Then what we can do is we can go on with
Samson County Court at Law is now in session. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law number 2. My name is Judge Terrence L. Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law number 2. This morning, we have 3 dockets. We have an announcement docket, jury trial docket, and a pretrial conference docket. When I call your name, you'll come up before the bench with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, your attorney is probably in another court, working on another matter. Mr. Macy, you have Christopher Leflour.
Yes, Your Honor. He's present. If I can ever get this to work, this can be disposed of today.
Okay, probably got it. You probably maybe could use this one.
Well,
It's the tablet.
it's working, but I mean, it's on there. When I click on it, it says that it won't open it because another user, who was me, is using it.
Let's unlock it.
Okay, she can unlock it for you. Okay, the person that's on Zoom that has Dean's iPhone 12, would you please state your full name?
Carol Dean Pickard.
Carol Dean Picard. Okay, Mr. Picard, you can put your mic back on mute.
Why? I feel to do it again.
Okay, he's on the second page of the pretrial conference docket. He's on the second page of the pretrial conference docket. Yeah, Mr. Jeffers, none of your clients are here. Okay, who was that?
Carol.
Shannon, okay, Carol. Okay, Miss Carol, would you please come forward? This is cause number 23CCCR 0555. This case is on our pretrial conference docket, page 2. Last case, name is Shannon Marie Pivotal Carroll. Miss Carroll, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Miss Carroll?
Not very good.
Not very good.
I just lost my husband in a tragic motorcycle accident.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay, yeah, you and your family have my condolences. Okay, and Ms. Carroll, you represented in your case by your attorney, Ben Jeffers. Attorney Jeffers, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Stated represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Huber. Attorney Huber, how are you doing?
Doing all right, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Jeffers, this case is on a pretrial conference docket. What is your announcement?
We'd ask if we could get one more setting on the pretrial conference. We have an agreement in place where Ms. Pipto Carroll just needs to make a payment, and once we do that, it should be settled.
That's
So
correct, Your
so
Honor.
it's like
Restitution.
restitution for dismissal?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, give us a reset.
September
What is that date?
September 30th.
This case is reset to September 30th. Ms. Carroll, you get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And again, you have my condolences. Okay. Was,
Darnell Williams.
I saw another one. Yeah,
He's,
Darnell Williams.
He's set for felony
you gotta-
trial in the drug court. He's on the trial docket today. I don't know if he's gonna.
Is the trial docket? Okay. What we're gonna have to do is that, Judge, Thorne, if a person have a case on the trial docket, they're allowed to go there first. And then once they finish that, then they come back here. Well, he's a district court anyways. So we just have to wait and see what's gonna happen. Are you representing him on the felony case?
No.
You're not? Okay. Is that it?
That is it for me
Okay.
today, Your Honor.
Okay, so we just need to find out what's gonna happen on, that next case. Darnell.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. You ready on yours?
Whatever.
Is it
So please.
okay, they
Yes,
still
thank you.
working on it.
Obviously, just have to wait for something on the. I was just waiting for it.
It's still not live. I mean, it's not live.
It's trying to open up some Microsoft.
Yeah.
Actually. This is my other thing.
Jericho Gerard Thomas.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Josh. Mr. Thomas, your full name is Jericho Gerard Thomas.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Thomas? That's good, Mr. Thomas. Are you representing your case by your attorney, Theodore Jones Jr.? And again, Mr. Jones, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
And state is represented in this case by attorney Ellie Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Jones, I see that Mr. Thomas has a felony case that's set as well. Is that correct?
Actually, two.
Okay. Is it set today?
No, sir.
You want this case set on the same date with the
What-
felony cases?
Well, I think it would be better set for a trial today.
Okay,
But, the thing of it is, I just talked to one of the felony district attorneys over there, and I think it would be better, to be honest, because I was
set it
trying,
for trial.
well, yeah, because I was trying to figure out last night if we did a trial today and I did not get a not guilty plea, well, it would be problematic in terms of sentencing with the other two cases. I mean, you could sentence him now if he did, but then he, you know, I
Okay,
guess it's more, I think it would just be better to have everything at one time.
right.
And I did file a motion, this morning. I don't know if you got notice of two. Yeah, I filed two motions this morning in this case. One for you to assess punishment. Second, I have proposed jury charge. for self-defense I filed this morning too, which is said that you got it, but I mean,
Yeah, I
you could probably
agree.
got 100, you probably got
Check.
100 cases.
Okay,
But, you know, I think it would be better to do it all at once.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you this question. Is there a trial date set down home?
No, sir. Actually, it's announcement day. And, we have a plea offer in the other case. But it's onerous. The plea bargain is onerous. This man has.
Oh, wow, okay. You don't have to tell me about the plea bargain. I just need to know
No,
whether or
well,
not you got a
probably-
date.
Probably what I'm gonna do is just go overtime and trying to get a plea and that settle that other case. And, on that date, if not, set it for trial.
Okay, so what you're saying is you want to see whether or not you can work out something on the felony first?
Yes, sir. If I work out something on the felony,
Okay,
it's be
okay,
inclusive
okay.
with this. We want you to
Okay,
do it.
okay. Now, when is the felony date?
Oh. can't-
Do we,
October,
hold on, wait, she can check. Could you check Jericho, Thomas? To see when his felony court date? Yeah,
Oh, so it might be in. That's fine. Is it in
felony, yeah, whatever that felony court date is. Oh, he's on our docket?
now,
He's on the trial docket right now.
Drug court set for 8/19 for announcement.
8/19?
And he has two
yes,
in the drug court set for announcement on August 19th.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll just set this for August 19th. We'll put it on what we call our pretrial docket.
okay, yes,
And then when you let us know, we can put it on a trial docket.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we're gonna reset this to August 19th. Pretrial, on the pretrial conference docket. Okay, Mr. Thomas, you can get your reset from your attorney. These cases are gonna be reset on the same day of your felony cases. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day,
Thank
and
you.
you're free to go as well.
Will you email me these? Will you email me these motions? I don't see. them.
I,
Did you?
sir, yeah, you know what, they probably haven't said it yet.
Okay, that's probably what it is then.
But if you don't get it, if I don't get it set, you know, no. Thank you. Thank you, Ron.
Oh, you're welcome. Makes sense, you right?
No.
Oh. Oh, you're doing, Mr. Parker? She's doing it right now.
Yes, sir. I'm not stuck down there today. You can
Oh,
see I'm
okay.
stuck down there.
Okay.
Okay, I thought they didn't know where she was.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh,
You sent it. Next case is cause number 24CCCR 0834, case of style of state of Texas versus David Kyle Buchanan. Mr. Buchanan, your full name is David Kyle Buchanan. Mr. Buchanan, would you please raise your right hand? Yeah, Mr. Buchanan, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Buchanan, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Buchanan?
Good.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Buchanan, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Allan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
And Mr. Parker, do you waive a record in Mr. Buchanan's case?
We do.
Mr. Buchanan, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Buchanan, it alleges that you, David Kyle Buchanan, on about February 8th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Buchanan, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Buchanan, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No conflict.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charge? Mr. Buchanan, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, DB, on a line next to a box that's checked NOLA contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. Buchanan, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan, are you a citizen of the United States?
Stay up for stage 1.
Any
No
objections?
objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Parker, you have advised and counseled Mr. Buchanan. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Buchanan, your attorney, Mr. Parker, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Buchanan, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is to 90 days probation over 15 months with a $750 fine, 60 hours community service, the installation and maintaining of an interlock device, and DWI for standard conditions of probation.
What's the court calls?
So.
Okay, Mr. Buchanan. The state is offering that you serve 90 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for 15 months. During the 15-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $750. You'll also be required to pay a $100 DWI conviction fine of $100, court costs of $377. Probation fee of $6 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $153 a month. Will you be able to pay the $153 each month? You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, attend a completed DWI education class, have an interlock device installed on any vehicle that you own or operate, have an alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of DWI probation. Mr. Buchanan, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Buchanan, I'll follow the people are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Buchanan, you're gonna stand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Park, is this your only case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day. You working on that one? Who is it? Who's the lawyer? Oh.
Yeah.
Who is it? Mr. Larry Holler? Mr. Cruz? How you doing there, Mr. Cruz?
Tired. It's Monday already, Judge, and I didn't expect to be this tired, but
Oh, yeah. Larry Holler. Mr. Holler, is that your full name?
Larry Michael, yeah.
Okay, Larry Michael Holler?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is cause number 333-834. And Mr. Grove, what is your announcement as to Holler's case?
I guess we're ready, Your Honor.
Say,
I guess the state's gonna be ready whenever we get the court order in, Judge.
okay, yeah,
We can
let's
plan
go
to move
forward is out. Okay, we're gonna keep it on the trial docket. You say the 23rd? Okay, this case, September 23rd, 2024. Mr. Holler, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay, and Mr. Grove, you'll be free to go. Is this your only case?
Yes, sir. There was one other case who signed pre-trial version on Thursday, so that's been taken care of.
It's already been taken care of? Okay. I don't know, was she on that, was that the
Did
case
you
on the
say
dock?
923, Judge, or 924?
923.
923.
Was that case on the dock, somebody's phone?
He's not gonna be on the dock.
Okay,
That's right.
Okay.
923.
all right. Mr. Riddle. This, Kean Dancy? Is Kean Dancy here?
He's not here, Judge. For some reason, his bonding companies, he sent me some screenshots of his bonding company sent him to Fort Bend County. If he has a case over there or not, but
Oh, so you think he's in court in Fort Bend County? That's what you're saying?
they sent him to Fort Bend County, but he doesn't have a case over there. So I asked him when he could be here, but I just asked if we could,
Fort Bend County,
that's Missouri City.
yeah. No, when did you communicate? He sent you a text today?
Yeah, this morning.
So, no, okay.
Yeah, so I tried to find out where he was.
So you say his bondsman sent him to Fort Bend
Yeah, and
County?
he sent me the screenshot where it looks authentic, that where they did done that he had a case in Fort Bend County.
That's the
For
operative
this
word,
charge.
looks authentic.
Yeah, that's why I'm not vouching for it, but it looks authentic.
Thank you for.
Well, you need to tell him he needs to be in Jefferson County.
Okay, but he's not gonna be here this morning if,
Well, he can appear by Zoom or,
okay, let me get.
yeah, this
Zoom
is
up.
an announcement, yeah.
Let me get the
You
Zoom
get it
up.
from, Bruno? I don't know how that happened. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what case you have?
I have Steve Samson, the trial lawyer.
Okay.
Oh,
Stephen Anthony Samson Jr.
yeah.
This one said he must have, okay. Yeah, person. No, actually, no. Okay, Mr. Sampson, your full name is Stephen Anthony Sampson Jr.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Steve.
Okay, I'm just looking at the doc, it says Stephen,
So without the.
oh, your name is Steve,
Steve.
oh. Okay. Now, Mr. Sampson, how are you doing?
Very well.
That's good. Now, Mr. Sampson, you're represented by your attorney, Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How you doing?
Okay, now, Mr. Galmore, what's your announcement in this case?
Judge, we're ready for trial. I'm supposed to pick a jury tomorrow at 9 a.m. in drug court. So I'm not sure what your schedule is, but I mean, we were ready other than that.
Yeah, but our court reporter is out, so,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, let's, cause we're gonna reset this to the 23rd of 2024. And you can tell Judge Thorne that he has you.
I will. You got me on two of them, so I can't escape.
Yeah. All right,
All right, thank you, Judge.
okay, you're welcome.
Samson had two, so I'd like to, you could get back into the phone for it, we can get announcements on.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Israel Josiah Hansen. Mr. Hansen. Israel. Mr. Hansen, did I pronounce your name correct? Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Hansen?
Doing good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Hansen, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney John West. Again, Attorney West, how are you doing?
Great, Your Honor, thank you.
And you, Mr. West, your announcement?
We're ready, Your Honor. I understand the court doesn't have a court reporter, and I've explained to my client that might be an issue, but otherwise we're ready.
Yeah, we had the court reporters,
Right.
had
Issues,
family had a medical
I
issue.
understand.
Okay, so you can't get into that.
I understand.
Okay.
completely, Your Honor.
So we're gonna reset, this case.
December 23rd.
Okay. Okay. You. You say that, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angel Luis Cruz Bruno. He was the one who signed, he tried to break.
Right, Your Honor, we're still waiting on that, so that will be my announcement, even if you had a court reporter, we would be announcing that for today, so.
Okay, you're right, y'all, so he has to sign, do y'all have a date to sign the
Not
pre-trial
yet, Your Honor.
diversion?
I gotta follow up on that to find that out, I don't know that yet, but if you want to put it on September 23rd also,
No.
and if I need to bump it, I can bump it.
It just passed in August, Judge.
It gotta
so
be
it needs to be
October.
us.
October's the next signing.
Okay,
date for
send that.
pre-trial diversion. Give us a reset in October for a pre-trial diversion.
That's right, Your Honor.
Right.
First Thursday, first week. You got it.
I got you. Not necessarily a first Thursday, but
Yeah.
first week, got it.
The first
First week, the Thursday, the first week. Yeah.
October the seventh.
Perfect.
Okay.
I felt like these were-
Okay, October the seventh, 2024. Once you get your reset, that's for pre-trial diversion.
Your Honor, I believe that's all that I know I have on the docket.
Yeah, that's all I
Still
see.
anything y'all get, let me know, I'm gonna go back down to Judge. Cruz.
Yeah, you're free to go.
I'll be in
You
the
have a
building.
blessed day. Okay. Okay, Mr. Reynolds,
Yes.
you have Kean Dancy. That's him on Zoom. Yeah.
Check that.
This is cause number M326600, case of South State of Texas versus Kean Dancy. Mr. Dancy is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Dancy, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Dancy?
I'm fine.
Okay. Now, Mr. Dancy, you're represented in this case by your attorney Nathan Reynolds. And Mr. Reynolds, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge.
That's good. Now, Mr. Reynolds earlier said that this is the gentleman that sent you the text?
Yes, he indicated his bondsman had told him he needed to appear in Fort Bend County, and that's where he went this morning. And he'd like to, he'd ask the court to reset this case so he could appear here. I believe we have a resolution for.
Now, Mr. Dancy, you said you had to appear, your bondsman sent you information that said that you had to appear in Fort Bend County?
Yes, sir.
Who's your bondsman? Hold on a minute.
It wasn't a local one.
He's on the announcement docket, page 5. So he has an out-of-county bondsman?
Absolutely.
Okay, now, did you have your bondsman is on another case for you as well?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, so you only have this case in Jefferson County?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this case, now you need to be here in Jefferson County in person on the next time that your case is reset. It's a pretty old case. This case is on the announcement docket. And you were just appointed back in June, is that correct, Mr. Reynolds?
I'm appointed judge.
And back, yeah, no, you was appointed back in June.
Yes,
That's what I
but
have on the
you-
docket
you-
sheet.
Yes, I was appointed in June, but it's a 2020 case.
I know, but I don't know, maybe it took him a while for them to arrest you. Now, do you live here in Jefferson County?
No, sir. I stay in Houston, Texas.
Oh, that's the problem. That's the reason he got it. The warrant been out since 20 and they arrested him apparently in Houston. Okay, now this case, you need to be here in person on that day. I'm gonna reset this case for announcement. And this case is set for September 23rd. You need to be, again, present here in court on the 23rd. You need to stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You can tell your bondsman about that error. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so your attorney will get you reset. Your bondsman would also get you reset. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go. And again, the date is September 23rd, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
I think this is your only case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have anybody ready? Yeah. Christopher Allan Leflour. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 24 CCCR 0580. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Christopher Allan Leflour Jr. Mr. Leflour, is that your full name? Mr. Leflour, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Leflour, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Mr. Leflour, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Leflour? That's good. Now, Mr. Leflour, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney John Macy, Attorney Macy. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
And Mr. Macy, do you waive a record in Mr. Lefleur's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Leflour, I have before me a document on my computer that is titled Information. In this information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, it alleges that you, Christopher Allan Leflour, on or about January 21st of 2021, of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon. Mr. Leflour, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Leflour, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Is somebody forcing you to plead guilty, or are you doing it of your own free will? Nobody's forcing you, okay. Now, Mr. Leflour, I also have before me, let's see, Days. Mr. Leflour, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on the line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of the Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. This document is on paper. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Now, Mr. Leflour, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Leflour, are you a citizen of the United States? You
Yeah,
are.
for stage 1.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macy, you have advised and counseled Mr. Leflour. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Leflour, your attorney, Mr. Macy, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Leflour, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargaining agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is to 6 months deferred probation with a $300 fine, 30 hours community service, and forfeiture of the weapon involved in this case.
The Beaumont Police Department. It's not on here. Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Now, let me see, what was the court cost?
277.
276. Okay. Mr. Leflour, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6 months probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $6 a month, a year analysis fee, $15 a month. You will also be required to pay a reimbursement fee of $15, and you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. The total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $258 a month. Will you be able to pay the $258 a month? You will. Now, Mr. Leflour, you will also be required to perform 30 hours of community service, and I have before me a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit the Weapon, in this case to the Beaumont Police Department. Mr. Leflour, do you recognize this document? And is this your statement? Is this your signature at the top? This document above the line is titled Defendant. Now, Mr. Leflour, before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you? And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? And you want the court to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department? Okay. Court is signing the motion to forfeit the weapon to the Beaumont Police Department. Now, Mr. Leflour, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Leflour, you'll be required to adhere to all of the terms and conditions of probation. The court is gonna follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Leflour, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You could talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Mr. Leflour, I have before me, and your attorney have a document before you that is titled Model Written Admonition on Ineligibility to Possess a Firearm Ammunition. And so, in accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you or warns you of the following. Number one, you are, by entry of order or judgment, ineligible under Texas law, possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Three, under Texas Penal Code, Section 46.013A, firearms mean any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion of a burning substance or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence. Child abuse and neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Now, the written ammunition that you have before you is for your records. This will conclude your case. Please stand in front of the court coordinator. Follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you're finished following the directions of the bailiff, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Next case is Courtney Joseph Walker. That's not it.
Your Honor,
Court-
I don't know where he is.
Okay, hold on a minute. You gotta had a bailiff call.
And,
I see it's set with a felony.
yeah, I had seen that he was currently in our custody, Your Honor, but apparently he was not brought over.
I wonder if,
I went and asked Dennis and the bailiff in Judge Stevens' court,
we can check and see if he's, here.
and Dennis said that he's not on their docket and he wasn't in their jail.
Okay, let's find out where, we're looking at Courtney Joseph Walker, Courtney Walker. Trying to see if he has a felony case set, and if he does, when is it set, and where is it set?
He does have a felony case. It's in CDC, and once it loads, it's set for 26 for announcement.
August 26th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, who is his bondsman in this case? She can check.
He's in jail.
Oh, he's in custody, and so they didn't bring, okay, so. Okay, so we're gonna, now, when is the felony set?
The 26, Your Honor.
August 26th? So we're gonna reset this to August 26th. Okay, and Mr. Macy, I think that's your last case.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good. I just next door, thought in the area, I think I'm Macroy.
Yeah, you may approach. What's going on, Arthur?
Good. I was just coming in saying hello and then
Okay, now, Mr. Walker, your attorney, Mr. Wright Kimler,
Yes, sir.
has a vacation letter in for the month of August. And so he's out all this month. And so, we honoring his vacation letter. And so this case will be reset. We'll reset it in September. October
14th, that's a felony, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
you have a felony? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this case will be reset to October 14th, 2024. Mr. Walker, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, thank you.
Okay. Is that the only one? Is that the only one? Is that the only one right has today? Your turn is Mr. Lodge.
She hired Mr. Lodge.
Is there a motion to sub?
He didn't live in Lodge, but she was here.
Oh, I saw her. Okay. Oh, she didn't know? Oh,
Yes, she did.
yeah, we need to get, where did she go?
Came down and texted.
Okay,
Anyway, no, he's still there.
yeah,
Who you leaving?
let's see. Brian Jeffrey Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Smith, would you please come forward? Good morning, how you doing? Hold on a minute.
My wife's supposed to say, there's offerings class.
Hold on a minute. What docket is this announcement? Smith, his name. Brian Jeffrey Smith.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's Brian Jeffrey Smith. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Mr. Smith, is this your first time here?
Yes, sir.
You should have been on the Raymer docket. I have no idea. Was it transferred? No, I don't see a transfer.
I was set way back in June, and then they reset it for today.
No court appointed attorney approved for magistrate paperwork. Notice mailed to bondsman. Yeah, just have a seat. But you're gonna have to be arraigned. Yeah, just we'll do that. Marlon Riley. Who is that? I see Marlon Riley on that page. Marlon Riley on this page. Got Burbank. Burbank, Burbank is on one of his cases. So Burbank is in trial. Now, Mr. Riley, I see here that you hired Mr. Burbank in one of your cases. And we don't have a letter of representation from Mr. Burbank in the other two cases.
I had to file the cases and they supposed to.
You did what?
I had to file the cases and they supposed to send the letter here since the last time.
Yeah, no, I have a note here that said he was supposed to submit a representation letter, a letter of representation. in this case and the other case, but we haven't received, now, have we received it? It's not in the file. So, give us a reset. Your attorney is in trial in another case.
They have my other case from the court reset to November the 18th.
Okay, could you check it? What other court?
In the drug court.
Oh, that's the felony case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna reset these on the same day. Say November the 18th?
Yes, sir. What do I need to do to get them to send me whatever?
Talk to your attorney about that. Yeah. Okay, your cases will be reset until November the 18th of 2024. Once you get your reset from our coordinator, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Right, you are.
No. You're one with me? No, I'm talking with Andrew.
That door is locked.
Paul Thompson. Is Mr. Boudreaux also handling Jean Pierre?
He is, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Who? No, Mr. Boudreaux is here. That was Javante. Hey. This is like Daran, Edmonson. I don't know if I think you're supposed to be a family. We can check with Check with the attorney. Dylan Terrell Edmonson. Who's that? Mr. Edmonds, how do you pronounce your first name? Dalen Tyrell Edmondson. How are you doing, Mr. Edmondson? That's good. Now, Mr. Edmondson, you're represented by your attorney Marcus Wilkerson, attorney Milkus Wilkerson. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. And state is represented by Andrew Hubel. State, what is your announcement?
State would have this case, running on trial docket.
I think it was set for bench trial. That's what I have here.
Yeah, a bench trial this morning.
Right.
Okay, that, the state has, the state will move forward with that then, considering that there has not been, proper communication with the complaining witness.
Okay. Now, hold on a minute. We'll get we're gonna see if, we're gonna get a court reporter to do the bench trial if she's available. That shouldn't take that long. Y'all could just have a seat.
Yeah, sure. There, I do have another case on the docket, Judge. It's
On-
an announcement. It's Kayla Wiggins.
On your announcement?
Yes. Or, well, I got an appointment on it. It's on an announcement for today. Or it was, if it did get reset. No, it's on there. I just missed it.
Kayla Wiggins? Miss Wiggins, your full name is Kayla Wiggins?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Miss Wiggins?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. This is clause number 24CCCR 0894. And Ms. Wiggins, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Marcus Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson, what is your announcement in Ms. Wiggins' case?
Your Honor, Ms. Wiggins would like to proceed to a trial on this case.
Reset it for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're gonna reset Kayla Wiggins' case that is on the announcement docket. We're gonna reset it for trial. What? Okay, this case will be reset to trial on September 23rd. Ms. Wiggins, you can get you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. 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 Okay, that's fine. So when the Yeah. Okay. Is he, I don't, okay, so he didn't appear, okay. Thanks, Brandy.
Sure.
Um, next case is Eric M. Sample, cause number 23CCCR 1106. May I have that, is this an order? Oh, here's a motion right here. Mr. Sample, your full name is Eric M. Sample?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Sample, you're representing the case by your attorney, Attorney Jennifer DeLodge. Mr. Sample, how are you doing? Okay, we all woke up today. It's fortunately, thank God. Last night was somebody, it was like, good thing last night wasn't our last night. All right, now, Mr. Lodge, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Judge. Apologies for leaving without
Okay,
your permission.
okay, now, Mr. Lodge, I have before me a document that was filed by Attorney Rife Kimler. It's a motion of substitute in this case. Have you received a copy of this motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any objections to?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so the court is going to grant this motion to substitute. And Mr. DeLodge, you're relieved of your duties and responsibilities in this case. Okay, you're free to go and you have a best day. And Mr. Sample, you're going to get a reset for your attorney to have an opportunity to prepare for your case. All right, please stand in front of the just have a seat. Yeah. Let's see. Gertz, that's Peard. Kevin Lang. Gertz. Orazo. Gosh. Adam. Chantel Jacobs. So go to. Let's see. What you spend? Raleigh. Brian Jeffrey Smith.
Yes.
Let's see, we're waiting on, what you can come forward. I'm gonna need, I'm gonna have to get a judge's explanation. And, maybe after that, yeah. Is all the paperwork on that document? She's gonna give you a clipboard.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go over that document, which you can stand in front of the bench. Now. Now, Mr. Smith, the document that you have before you is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendant without attorney.
Yes.
Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have a right to have an attorney. Regarding your right to have an attorney, you have three options. This document that's before you talks about the options that you have regarding your right to have an attorney. And it states that as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir, I understand.
And number three, you may represent yourself. Now, if you want an attorney to represent you and you have enough money to hire an attorney, your case will be reset. Reset means that you'll be given another court date to give you time to hire your attorney. If you want an attorney, but you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you will have to first fill out a financial questionnaire. Now, the financial questionnaire is a document on the clipboard that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. On that document, on the first page, it has your personal information as well as your financial information. You would have to fill that information out, everything on the first page. And then on the second page, you'd have to fill out half of the second page. Okay? And then I will fill out the bottom half of the second page and the third page.
Yes, sir.
Now, you'd have to fill that document out before the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, the third option is you have a right to represent yourself. That is, you have a right to waive or give up your right to have an attorney and represent yourself. Now, if you waive or give up your right to have an attorney, you'll have an opportunity to talk to one of the two assistant criminal district attorneys that are in court today. You can talk to them about working out a plea bargain on your case, because at that point, you will be representing yourself. You'll be acting as your own attorney. Now, you cannot talk to any one of the prosecutors unless you first sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Now, the written waiver of your right is another document on the clipboard, and it's titled Written Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Plea Bargain, for entering a plea or proceeding the trial.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go over that document with you in a few minutes. Now, you should be aware that there are dangers and disadvantages to self-representation.
Yes, sir.
Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in the worst outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Now, if you choose to waive your right to an attorney, that is to represent yourself, you may change your mind at any time and request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the bottom of that document, you'll see 5 lines to the left. It's below the first, should be the first document that you have.
Yes, sir.
Judge's explanation on, if you look at the bottom left-hand side, you see 5 lines. Above those 5 lines, in bold letter, it states, defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. So if your choice is to waive, well, if your choice is to hire an attorney, then you will place your initials on the first line to the left. If you have already hired an attorney to represent you in your case, in this case, then you will place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to request or ask for a court-appointed attorney, then you will place your initials on the third line to the left. If you've already been appointed a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to waive your right to an attorney or give up your right to an attorney and represent yourself, then you will place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, then you will sign your name on the line that is titled defendant, and you will date it today's date on the line that is titled date, and today's date is August the 5th of 2024. You can go ahead on and initial and sign and date that
I
document.
need to do it here.
Yes.
There you are.
Okay. Mr.
Which, I mean, there's, well, I mean, like, it's a family violence case, so which one, my girlfriend, she's taking the offerings class.
Okay, well,
What that does.
could you hand that document to the coordinator? Let's see what we have. Okay. Okay, so let's see, you want to apply for court-appointed attorney. So you can get his document back to them. You have a, yeah, okay.
Yes, sir, I will.
You can have a seat at that table and fill out that document. Once you finish filling out the document, we'll ask you to come back up. Actually, I have nobody else pro se.
That's what I heard from them. I mean, her baby.
Your full name is Brian Jeffrey Smith.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, would you please raise your right hand? Smith, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, you may put your hand down.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Smith?
Good.
You doing good? That's good. And Mr. Smith, I have before me two documents. The first document that I have before me is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights of Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
And it's just your signature on the line that's titled Defendant.
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document. This document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir, I do.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a signature at the top of this document above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir, that is.
Mr. Smith, before you signed and initiated these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, Mr. Smith, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Don Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux actually is here. I think he's outside the court. He'll be given information to contact you, and you'll also be given information to contact him.
Yes, sir.
Court coordinator will give you that information, but before she gives you that information, I need to have the bailiff hand you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Mr. Smith, do you see that document?
Yes, sir, I do.
I'm going to go over this document, which in this document states as follows. Standard bond conditions in County Court at Law Number 2, following the return of a criminal information in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds are executed release of any defendant named herein or are subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that
Yes,
condition?
sir, I understand.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition? And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir, I do.
And condition number 4 does not apply. However, condition number 5 on the next page does apply. And condition number 5 states that the defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless the defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 of the Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a full-time sworn paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Mr. Smith, do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Smith, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. And if a warrant is issued for your arrest, you'll be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Now, Mr. Smith, you can get a copy of your reset. Once you get a copy of your reset, just have a seat and we'll have Mr. Boudreaux to come back in and talk to it.
Did I get this one back?
That's your case. That's
fine.
your copy. All right. Okay, where did Mr. Gertz go?
He's speaking to one of the slides, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Adams, his client,
His client has felony cases. He went down to, I believe, CDC to talk to the defense attorney on the felony.
And I think his other client is not here.
yeah, Jacobs is not here. Okay. Ah. Mr. Lane,
Yes, sir.
you have Aaron Jacobs Macroy. The court coordinator said that, Mr. McElroy's mom called in earlier, said he was on his way.
Well, I just spoke to him. He's still in Port Arthur because he didn't have a ride.
Okay,
I asked if you could do the Zoom, and he said, I got a new phone. And I said, well, maybe I'll ask the court if I can get you online.
okay, you need to get, the coordinator his number.
Okay.
Let's just. His number is. 9, 4.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number M332458. Case is style of state of Texas versus Aaron Jacob McElroy. Mr. McElroy, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. McElroy? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. McElroy is appearing via telephone. Now, Mr. McElroy, your attorney in this case is Mr. Kevin Lane. Mr. Lane, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lane, what is your announcement in Mr. McElroy's case?
Your Honor, we've received an offer of 6 months probation and forfeit the weapon, I believe a $200 fine. I have not been able to communicate that to Mr. McElroy, but I have seen the videos. I have them. I have all the discovery. And unless that offer is accepted by Mr. McElroy, then we're going to request a jury trial.
Okay, so you want us to put it on the trial docket?
Yes, Your Honor, the pretrial docket, if I may.
Yeah, we
It's
already on the
pretrial.
pre-trial.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Mr. McElroy, do you want that deal or not?
No, sir, I don't.
I didn't think
Okay,
so.
okay,
So
we're
we
gonna
just put-
reset it. Okay, give us a trial date. Okay, this case reset trial September 30th. Mr. McElroy, your case is reset to September 30th, 2024 at 9 a.m. On that day, you need to be present in court in person.
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
All right, and Mr. Lane, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Thanks for waiting.
Okay, this is cause number 23 CCCR 0506. Case is style of state of Texas versus Carol Dean Peard. Mr. Peard is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Peard, how are you doing?
I am blessed but stressed, or the other way.
Okay. Well, blessed but stressed.
Judge, Mr. Picard was in Florida and got stuck. All of his flights got canceled.
Oh,
because of the
wow.
storm. So he
Yeah.
he had a flight home yesterday and he was going to be here in person. And he's always been here in person before, but he got stuck in Florida. So
Well,
he's just stuck.
Okay.
So.
Well, you blessed that you can be a little stressed, but don't worry. You too blessed to be stressed.
I'll go with that too.
Okay. So, yeah, I can understand that. So we just have to reset, your case, to a time that you can get here.
Yes, Judge, if we can do that, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Okay, because I know that storm is going through Florida. Well, that's what it's predicted to do. Now, how much time do we need?
45 minutes.
Okay, give us. Hold on a minute. This docket is on it's on the pretrial conference docket, page 2. Yeah, he said he need about 40. I think the recess is about 45 days out anyway. The standard recess that we're doing,
That's not.
because 30 days are stacked up.
I understand.
We got pleas and stuff.
September 30th.
Okay, September 30th? Is that
Sure.
good? Okay,
That's great, Judge. Thank you.
all right. This case is September 30th, 2024. I think we'll still be in hurricane season.
Yep.
So, but
Don't
never
bring it
know.
here, Dean. Don't
Yeah, it
bring it
may
here.
come here.
I'll stay at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so your case is reset for a plea on September 30th, 2024. Your attorney is going to get your recess. Stay in contact with your attorney and bondsman. Also, stay safe. Thanks for being patient with us. You're free to go and continue to have a blessed day.
Thank you. You as well, Your Honor.
All right, you welcome. Okay. Michael Hall. Possession of damage. Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. Hall, how are you doing?
How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing fine. And Mr. Gertz, what's your announcement, Mr. Hall?
Judge, we talked about it with Mr. Hubel this morning, and if we're reached, we're ready to proceed to trial.
And
Okay.
say we'd like to keep this case on the trial docket, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll keep it on the trial docket. Give us a reset date. Okay, to be reset trial September 30th, 2024. You're free to go.
Good.
You have a blessed day. Thanks for being patient with us.
Well,
Now, Mr. Gertz, is that your last case?
I
You have
think
another?
so. I've got to go to drug court now. So.
Okay, okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Do we?
She's, checking, she's
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in 3 cases. Cases are cause number 23 CCCR 0276, cause number 24 CCCR 1336, and cause number 24 CCCR 1733. Both cases are filed in the state of Texas versus Latri J. Williams Jr. Mr. Williams, how are you doing?
Good.
And is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Williams, in cause number 23 CCCR 1338 and cause number 23 CCCR 0276, I have motions to withdraw that was filed by your attorney, Mr. Tom Burbank. Mr. Burbank is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Burbank, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Judge.
Okay, now, Mr. Williams, have you had an opportunity, Ms. Simmons, could you pass this document to
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams? Mr. Williams, have you had an opportunity to review your attorney's motion to withdraw? In essence, your attorney wants to get off your case. Okay. Now, do you have any objections to your attorney withdrawing from your case? You don't? Okay. Mr. Burbank, I'm going to sign this motion to withdraw. You're released from any duties and responsibilities that you have in this case. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Judge, I believe he has 4 cases.
I know. August 4, 2024. Okay, Mr. Williams, you've just been handed a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. I'm going to go over this document with you. All right. Now, it's titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. And it states as follows: as a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. 3 options regarding your right to have an attorney. Number 1, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? Number 2, you may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option? Number 3, You may waive your right to an attorney or give up your right to an attorney and represent yourself. Do you understand that option? Do you understand that option? Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, if you want to hire an attorney, if you have enough money to hire an attorney, your case will be reset to give you time to hire an attorney. Now, if you want an attorney, but you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. And in order for that to happen, you have to first fill out a financial affidavit or a financial questionnaire. The financial affidavit is another document that is on that clipboard before you that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. You'd have to fill out that document, and then once you fill out that document, the proper person will determine whether or not you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you understand that? Okay, now, if you want to give up your right to an attorney, if you want to represent yourself, or give up your right to have an attorney, that's meaning if you want to waive your right to an attorney, or give up your right to an attorney to have an attorney to represent you, you want to represent yourself, you first must fill out a waiver of counsel for purposes of entering guilty plea. Now, the waiver of counsel is another document that's on the clipboard. I'm going to go over that document with you in a few minutes. Now, once you fill out that document, if you're giving up your right to have an attorney, you want to represent yourself, then you will have an opportunity to talk to the prosecutors or assistant criminal district attorney. And the reason why was because at that point, you will be representing yourself. In essence, you'll be acting as your own lawyer. Do you understand that? Now, you should be aware that there are dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Do you understand that? Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, if you choose to represent yourself, you may change your mind at any time and request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that? Okay. Now, at the bottom of that document, you'll see bold letters that state defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. So if your choice is to hire your own attorney, you will sign your initials on the first line to the left. Now, if you have already hired an attorney to represent you in this case, then you will sign your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is to apply for a court-appointed attorney, then you will place your initials on the third line to the left. Now, if you've already been appointed a court-appointed attorney in your case, then you will place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. Now, if your choice is to waive your right to have an attorney to represent you, or give up your right to have an attorney to represent you, and you would like to represent yourself, then you will sign your name on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you have finished, you're going to put your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, at the bottom of that document, there's a line that is titled defendant. You will sign your name on that line, and you will date it today's date, and today's date is August 5th of 2024. Do you understand? Okay, you could go ahead on and initial one of the lines, sign it and date it, and then we'll proceed from there. Okay. Mr. Ibarra, would you please hand me that paperwork? Okay, you would like to apply for court appointed attorney, okay. Now, Mr. Williams, the bailiff is going to hand this document back to you. On this document, you're gonna fill out this part, and then you're gonna fill out every line here that talks about income. If you don't have income or whatever, it's zeros, and then you're gonna total it at the bottom. Over here, you're gonna fill out this information is asking you for monthly expenses. If you have monthly expenses, you put it on this side for like, if it's, I'd say, rent or mortgage or utilities, et cetera. And then, once you get to the bottom, you're gonna total it. Then we go to the second page. On the second page, you're gonna just fill out this top portion that talks about defendant's oath. You read this and date it and sign it. And then you're gonna fill out this middle portion where it says unsworn declaration. You will fill out this here and stop. Once you fill out that, you don't fill out the bottom portion because I'll fill that out. You understand?
Yeah.
If you have any questions, just let us know. If you need any help, we're filling out the paperwork. We have our court personnel who will be happy to help. Okay? So we're gonna have him he's gonna take a seat at that table right there. He has a pen. Here you go. You got it. You're gonna sit right there in that chair right there. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be on all these cases. Oh, he didn't sign the bottom. He said document. No, he didn't sign the bottom of this document. You have it right there where it says defendant and the date at the bottom. You put a little arrow on where you need to sign. Sign and date it. Who else was there? Boudreaux working on his cases.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, I just sent one over for support. I believe she's forgotten it now.
Oh, you did? Okay. Was it the case that was on the docket? Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, I think you can tell you're.
Did y'all check this case, Hernandez? You did? Oh, here you go, here you go. You said one of his. Yeah, but I think he's outside, isn't he? Okay, that's so boring. Uh, bring that up to her so she can look at it. She'll let you know. I think she must be, is he talking about that second page? Oh. You must be ready for Mr. Boudreaux. Is he pleading on both his cases?
I just have one he's.
There's one case that he was talking to me about that's off docket. I don't know if he's had it added.
Oh, it is?
And, yeah, and then there's one other on the trial.
Yeah, I know the one on the trial docket, Jean-Pierre.
There's something to discuss about that one.
Right, that's, well, he came in, was that Friday? and was saying something about it, or Thursday, or one of those days. Okay. Is he,
We're playing with the boy.
no, I have Savoy's ready. If Mr.
Jericho stepped out, I believe. He stepped out, he's right back.
Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is in session. Court is in session in clause number 2 for CCCR 0658. Case is style of state of Texas versus Javante Savoy. Mr. Savoy, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Savoy, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Savoy, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Savoy? That's good. Now, Mr. Savoy, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Just fine.
Okay, Mr. Boudreaux, do you waive a record in
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Savoy's case? Okay, we're gonna take your hand off the bench, okay. Now, Mr. Savoy, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Javante Savoy, not Boudreaux, Javante Savoy, on or about February 19th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon. Mr. Savoy, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge Mr. Savoy, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Great.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? You do not wish to fight or contest your charges? That means that you're not fighting the charges. Okay, now, Mr. Savoy, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials on the line next to a box that's checked no contest, which, nolo contendere, which means no contest. Mr. Savoy, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Savoy, before you signed and initialed these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Boudreau, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that Mr. Boudreau went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? And Mr. Savoy, are you a citizen of the United States?
State of the states one.
Any objections, Mr. Boudreau, to State's
No.
Exhibit number 1?
No, sir.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreau, you have advised and counseled Mr. Savoy. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
And Mr. Savoy, your attorney, Mr. Boudreau, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Savoy, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 90 days probated over 1 year, $500 fine, 40 hours community service, and forfeiture of the weapon to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department.
Mr. Boudreau, are you appointed in this case? Wait, you're appointed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is court cost?
277.
277, 720, 15. Okay. Let's get ready to do math the old way. Let's get ready to. This says 257. Now, Mr. Savoy, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a probation fee, $60 a month, a year and absence fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15, and you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $177 a month. Will you be able to pay the $177 each month?
Mhm.
You will? You will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service, and you will forfeit the weapon, in this case, to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. And I have before me a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Now, Mr. Savoy, before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Savoy, you're asking that the court grant your motion to forfeit this weapon to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Is that correct? Okay, the court is going to grant that motion. I'm signing the motion now. Now, Mr. Savoy, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Savoy, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Savoy, this will conclude your case. You will stand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. And once you finish following his directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay? Yes. Oh, I do. Yeah, Mr. Savoy, thanks for reminding me. I have to read you another document. This document is titled, hand this document to him. This document is titled The Model Written Ammunition on Ineligibility to Possess a Firearm Ammunition. And so in accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you or warns you of the following. You can hand that document to him. And you need to read a copy of it along with him. If you need that. Okay. And this document states as follows. In accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code, Section 46.013, A, firearms mean any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse and neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Now, Mr. Savoy, the written admonition that you have before you is for your records. Again, your case, we have concluded. Please stand in front of the coordinator, follow directions given. Once you finish following directions given, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Do we have Mr. Williams, Mr. Latri Williams? He's pro se. Mr. Latri Williams?
Did you respond? W form?
Mr. Bruno, I think this is for your. You already have a copy?
Well, yeah, he was given a copy late.
Okay. Mr. Williams, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Williams, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Williams, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Williams, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Right to Defendants Without Attorney. And Mr. Williams, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? And are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to apply for court-appointed attorney? I also have another document before me. This document this document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. And Mr. Williams, do you recognize this document? Yes. Okay. On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defender Signature. Is this your signature? And at the bottom of this, let's see. Now, Mr. Williams, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. Now, Mr. Williams, I read your answers. Based on the answers that you've given, you qualify or you're eligible for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Giles Cole. Attorney Cole is currently present in the courtroom. Actually, that's Mr. Cole. That's right there. Let's see. He has 3 cases. Now, court coordinator is going to give you some information regarding your attorney. Let's see here. Now, Mr. Cole, Mr. Williams was, he had previously had an attorney, attorney Burbank, and Attorney Burbank withdrew from his cases. Well, I think Burbank was on one, but he has 3 cases. He has 4? What's the other number?
One's on a separate docket, Judge, if I'm correct.
Oh, it is?
I believe so. That's what I was trying to tell you. Well, it's different on mine.
Oh, okay.
It's on the last page of the.
Let me see,
Yeah, mine are
2, 3,
separated.
2. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
2, 4, C, R, and 1, 3, 3,
I believe
8.
it's even one.
Okay, so he has. So that's 2, 3, C, R, 1, 3, 3, 8. Let me do this here. Cody Williams.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Here's someone. I think of all 3 of them. I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think offer Holler.
Okay. This is cause number M330658. Case of style of state of Texas versus Cody Clinton Williams. Mr. Williams, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Williams?
Good.
Okay, that's good. Now, Mr. Williams, you're represented in your case by your attorney Giles Cole. Again, Attorney Cole, how you doing?
Doing great, John.
And Mr. Cole, what is your announcement in Mr. Cody Williams' case?
Fitted for the trial package, John.
Okay, we're gonna reset for trial.
Yes, sir.
Give us a trial date.
September 30th. Okay.
Is that a good day for you?
Let me take a look, Your Honor. I know we have, in September,
I did any service here.
Oh.
Said it. Just said it, and I guess if I have to.
You could, I mean, if you want to step out and look at your calendar, you can do that.
You're asking me to read the offer now?
He's trying to figure out what's on his calendar for that day.
Yep. Your Honor, at the request of defense, I'm gonna go ahead and read the offer for the record.
Oh, okay.
In this case, the state has actually offered and relayed to defense attorney this morning a probation offer of 90 days probated over 1 year, $750 fine, 60 hours community service, interlock and court cost, and DWI. The standard conditions will be required.
I just want to make sure that I understood what the offer was.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you understand the offer? That was made by the state?
What was the offer again?
Okay, could you read it again?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is 90 days probated over 1 year, $750 fine, 60 hours community service, the required interlock and the court costs, and then all standard terms of probation.
Oh, he got it. So that's what they are offering me?
Yes.
Where's my speeding ticket, my drinking ticket, where's any of that? Cause it don't have it, so we'll go to trial.
Okay, so you're rejecting the state's offer?
Yes, he is, John.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
So we're gonna he's rejecting state offer, and his case is reset on September 30th? Okay, reset for trial September 30th. Mr. Williams, you can get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Sure.
Thanks for being patient with us. You gonna get his reset? Okay, now who do we have next? You have some on Mr. Boudreaux?
On which one? This one or the other?
So he did not show up, but you're still trying to do a plea?
Okay.
It's Tosh, right?
Oh, that's a different client. Tosh is okay. No, that's the same one, Takash. So is Mr. Pierre here? That's the one you're talking about? I thought you said, I thought I heard her say something about he was doing a plea.
So you gonna put in, this, you gonna put, it's not gonna, the Tosh, you know? No.
He didn't appear, let me call the case. Jean Pierre or Jean Pierre? Okay. Mr. Bailey, could you please call the name of, let me see, this is cause number 23 CCCR 1674, case in style of state of Texas versus Jean Pierre. Jean Pierre was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name of Jean Pierre at the courthouse door. Jean Pierre did not answer. Jean Pierre has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 12:08 p.m. on today's date, August 5th of 2024. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Jean Pierre at the courthouse door? Jean Pierre. Just hold on a minute. Jean Pierre. Okay. Jean Pierre name was just called at the courthouse door. Jean Pierre did not answer. And Mr. Boudreaux?
Judge, we got, Mr. Tash got this report, but, the DA's office talked to the doctor's office and it wasn't confirmed.
Yeah, so we have reason to believe that that is not a valid letter from a licensed medical professional, Your Honor.
Wow.
That is correct, Your Honor. I also made the call in the presence of the defense. They did hear everything, but they were able to verify absolutely nothing in regards to the letter.
Wow. The state, you have a motion?
For bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Okay, that motion will be granted. Jean Pierre bond will be forfeited. Warrant should be issued for his arrest and cause number 23 CCCR 1674. Wow. Okay. This will conclude this particular case. Mr. Boudreaux, you have another one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Garcia getting added.
Yeah, I'm doing this one for,
Okay.
I just gave
Puts back in session. And, we got 4 cases. Cause number 23 CCCR 0276. Cause number 23 CCCR 1338. Cause number 23 CCCR 1336. And cause number 24 CCCR 1733, all 4 cases. South State of Texas versus Latri, J. Williams Jr. And Mr. Williams is present with his attorney, Attorney Giles Cole, Attorney Cole. And the state, y'all have an announcement.
Yes, sir. I'm actually doing the jail run on the 8th. I got a message.
Oh, that's this.
That's this Thursday.
Okay.
So I'm
So
doing
you wanted to reset to the 8th?
Yes, for the 8th, and we've already pretty much hashed this out. I'm gonna relay it to my client. I think he's been in agreement with me. He's not,
Okay.
but I'm sure we'll be okay.
Okay, so your case is gonna be reset to Thursday. Okay? At 9
You
AM.
should be able to dispose of it by that day.
Yeah.
Huh?
You mean next door?
I mean, you have your jail run on the 8th through your judge?
Uh-huh.
Can I
Yeah,
work it out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be here in the morning,
Yeah.
too, afternoon, jail.
Yeah, I'll be here.
okay. Okay, in the morning, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, so it's on August the 8th. The case is reset to. Okay? All right,
Thank you,
and you're welcome. Okay,
Thank you. All right.
I'm gonna make a note on it.
yeah, they reset till Thursday. All right, see y'all later. All right. Hey, yeah, let me, and it's, y'all can come back on, come back on up. I think of just for the record. I think I mentioned it earlier, a few weeks ago, that, I knew Mr. Latri Williams, well, I know his dad.
Yeah.
Because I coached him in basketball
You
years
was
ago.
Hooper judge?
Yeah, years ago. And I think I mentioned that to the state, and the state did not have any objections to me sitting in on this case. I just want to mention it to you because you
No, I
weren't
have no
aware.
objections, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. All right, y'all have a blessed day.
Judge, where did he hoop at? You know, I
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session with the announcement docket cause number M330794, case of style of state of Texas versus Chantel Nicole Jacobs. Ms. Jacobs is scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's being to call the name of Chantel Jacobs at the courthouse door. Chantel Jacobs did not answer. Chantel Jacobs has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. Her attorney, Mr. Langston Adams, did appear in court. Mr. Abara, would you please call Chantel Jacobs at the courthouse door? Her name. Chantel Jacobs. Chantel Jacobs. Chantel Jacobs. No response, Your Honor. Okay, Chantel Jacobs' name was just called to get at the courthouse door. Chantel Jacobs did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Jacobs an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Chantel Jacobs' bond will be forfeited. Warrant should be issued for arrest. And cause number M330794. Now did we finish Darnell Williams? I think Mr. Jeffries appeared and I think he was going to check on him in a felony case.
Set in drug court, maybe, Your Honor?
I think so. I think he was set for trial, if I'm not mistaken. We'll come back to it. Let's see. Next case is page 4 of the announcement docket, Sasha Sanford. That's Miss Provost's case. It was reset. Okay. Let's go to this. Okay, Ms. Ferrazzo's case, Zachary Lapointe. Zachary Lapointe, cause number 23CCCR 1424. Zachary Lapointe was scheduled to be in court at 9 a.m. for the court's jury trial docket. Zachary Lapointe name was called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Zachary Lapointe did not answer. Reason, as Zachary Lapointe has not appeared in court since the court has been in session, the time now is 12:30 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Zachary Lapointe at the courthouse door? Zachary Lapointe. Zachary Lapointe. No response, Your Honor. Okay, Zachary Lapointe's name was just called again at the courthouse door. Zachary Lapointe did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Lapointe an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Zachary Lapointe's bond will be forfeited and warrant shall be issued for his arrest. In cause number 23CCCR 0424. And you've already did Jean Pierre. I think that's the last one. Other than the
Darnell.
Yeah, Darnell Williams.
He is set for.
He's in jail, huh? Yeah, I see he's in jail.
Right, he is set for trial in drug court today.
Okay, but he's in jail. Okay.
Brittany's client.
It is?
Yeah, on the felony.
Brittany? That's a conflict then, if that's the case. Yeah, that's a conflict. So we're gonna have to transfer that. Okay, and this will conclude calling of the dockets. We have one more case that was not on the docket. And when that case is ready, we'll proceed with that case.
That was the defense continuance.
Mr. Boudreaux?
Sure.
The court is in session at cause number 23 CCCR 0562. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Romeo Garcia Jr. Mr. Garcia, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Garcia, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Mr. Garcia, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Garcia? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Garcia, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
That's good. Mr. Boudreaux, do you waive a record in Mr. Garcia's case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garcia, I have before me a document that is titled complaint. Now, this complaint was filed by the city of Beaumont because this is a Class C appeal. In this complaint, it alleges that you, Romeo Garcia Jr., on or about the 20th day of October of 2022, while you operating a vehicle, a motor vehicle, on a public street in the city of Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class C misdemeanor offense of failed to drive in a single lane. Mr. Garcia, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Garcia, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? No contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Correct, sir.
Mr. Garcia, I also have before me on my tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, I did, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, it is, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, it is.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. You understand that statement?
Yes, I do.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, I do.
I also have before me a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, it is, sir.
Mr. Garcia, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, go over these documents with you?
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything that Mr. Boudreaux went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Now, let me go back to, well, Mr. Garcia, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. State,
Stay up, states one.
any objections?
No, sir.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreaux, you advised and counseled Mr. Garcia. Is there any evidence that Mr. Garcia is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of.
And Mr. Garcia, your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is for $50 fine plus court costs.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, The state is offering that you pay a fine of $50 plus court costs, and the court cost in this case is $277, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $327. Will you be able to pay the $327 fine and court costs today?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Garcia, you understand what the state's offer is? And do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Garcia, our court coordinator is going to, you're gonna stand in front of the court coordinator, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, I think, Mr. Boudreaux, you're gonna go downstairs with him. Mr. Boudreaux will show you where you need to go to pay the fine and court costs. And then once that's paid, you're gonna bring the receipt back up to this courtroom. And after that, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome. And you'll have you'll be free to go as well. Mr. Boudreaux, you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
Have an interesting morning.
Yes, it has. It's never a dull day.
Not at all.
Okay, and as for the physical paper.
This will conclude the calling of the court's dockets, trial docket, pretrial conference docket, announcement docket. All three dockets are scheduled on today's date, August 5th, 2024, in County Court of Law number 2. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day. You welcome. You are excused.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.